Show. Who's this?
Yeah, it's Ross.
Hey, Ross.
Hi, Ross.
Hey,
Ross,
how are you?
from Impact Wrestling. You know how he works. He sets us up as we knock it out with Chris Bay. He's going to be on the line in a couple of minutes. How are you?
Yeah.
I'm good. How are you? How's your holiday?
Not bad. Happy New Year, Doc. How are you?
Good. Hey, thanks very much. I appreciate that present. That was very nice of you to send that to me.
Oh, yes. I hope that you inflate it fully.
Wait, you didn't. You forgot. I guess you're going to... You bring it to Hard to Kill in Atlanta.
Oh, I would. I will. You'll see me backstage, Hard to Kill in Atlanta. You'll see me. Don't worry. I'll find you.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Okay, perfect. Well, I thank you in advance for that. So.
Oh, well, thank you.
Appreciate it, and let me get Chris for you.
All right, Doc.
All right.
Waiting on Chris Bay.
That's right.
Bullet Club member Chris Bay.
I just realized. What's
Chris, you there?
Cuts.
Yo,
is this the one and only, the ultimate finesser, Chris Bay?
The ultimate finesser, your girl's favorite wrestler, Chris Bay. This is he.
Yes, you are my girl's favorite wrestler. She likes you. You're pretty. Ladies and gentlemen, from Impact Wrestling, go to ImpactWrestling.com for further details. The one and only, the ultimate finesser, and my girl's favorite wrestler, Chris Mother Effin' Bay.
All right.
Representing the Bullet Club as well, also representing New Japan Pro Wrestling as well, along with his tag team partner, Ace Austin. He will be right away wrestling, like I said before, Hard to Kill, Friday the 13th, live on pay-per-view, and, of course, Fight.tv. Check ImpactWrestling.com for further details. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing fantastic. I just got a killer workout in. I'm getting ready for Hard to Kill. You know, Ace and I are returning to Impact Wrestling. We've got a big opportunity for the World Tag Team Championships. And we want to start 2023 off right. We're going to take home these World Championships.
That's right. Chris Bay and, of course, Ace Austin will be part of a four-team, four-way elimination Impact Wrestling World Tag Team titles on the line, which is now held by the Motor City Machine Guns. They will be taking on, plus the major players, plus Heath and Rhino, a.k.a. what I call the HR department. You know, Heath, Rhino, pretty funny. And then we move on to, of course, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, what I've affectionately dubbed as the Too Sweet Squad. These two members of the Bullet Club will be going after the titles. Now, me, personally, that's where my money lies. You know, that's what it's on. It's on you two. Because out of everybody there who has held the World Tag Team titles, I mean, I know that the major players haven't held, I don't believe they've held the Impact Wrestling titles. However,
They have not.
Yeah, you two, I mean, the sky is the limit for the two of you because you're both incredibly young. You guys have just came back from Japan, wrestling in the finals of a tag tournament anyway. So it's not like you don't have the momentum on your side. So I think going into the pay-per-view, you guys are going to be the most hungry because you didn't get it done in New Japan. No offense, it happens. Things happen. You were very gracious during the press conference about the two guys that beat you. You know, it happens. However, I think going into this pay-per-view, you're going to be the guys that are hungry. Ace Austin and, of course, Chris Bay. Hungry.
Yeah, I'd say starving is the better word.
There you go.
Starving for this opportunity. We've been very patient in the wait since collaborating and becoming a tag team. We've been very patient to get an opportunity for the Impact World Tag Team Championships. And it just so happens that while we were in Japan holding it down and becoming a better version of ourselves, the Motor City Machine Guns picked up the championships from Heath and Rhino, which is great for us because that was the team we first faced as a tag team. It was the ABC versus Motor City Machine Guns, and we would love nothing more than to take those World Tag Team Championships in a high-profile match at Hard to Kill from the Motor City Machine Guns. Heath and Rhino, sorry, this is not your time to get the titles back. And major players, you're going to get finessed, and it's inevitable.
Yeah, right. The ultimate finesser is going to put them down. Now, I do have a lot of questions for you because you have been in the business for a while. Even as your age is very, very low, you've been very, very high in this business. You've done a lot of things in this business. But when you were talking about your hunger before, is it true when you started in this business and you were busting your hump and trying to get into this business, I heard a story, and I just have to ask this question. Did you sleep in a friend's kitchen because you had nowhere to live?
This is true. This is a true story. I was right there next to the oven. It was heating up. You know what I'm saying? Things we didn't heat it up. And my passion was burning inside of me, but it was the love and sacrifices that I was willing to make to become a professional wrestler and become a star in this business.
So, if that's not, the sign of dedication, when you're sleeping on a kitchen floor because you know in your heart of hearts that you're destined for greatness, you're destined to be picked up by some major promotion, and one day you would be wrestling in Japan for New Japan. In your mind, you saw this already. So if that's not determination going into the pay-per-view, I don't know what is either, because that's the guy I would be more worried about. I'd be more worried about the guy that was sleeping in any place he can find a spot for the hot dog and the handshake when you were working on the independents. Now you're in a major company. You're in Impact Wrestling. You're taking on big names. So in that time frame from sleeping on a kitchen floor to, where you are now, what goes through your head when you're at an event, and especially a title match? I mean, and going to Japan and doing all these things, what's going through your head? What's it like to be Chris Bay right now?
The thing that goes through my head, of course, it starts with gratitude. I'm always grateful for this life that I live and the fact that I can get up and feel well enough to go to the gym and to compete in the sport of professional wrestling. The thing that also keeps me going from that guy to this guy is that I'm not going backwards. I have no intentions of going backwards. The thing that comes with success is also, the fame, the glitz, the glamour, but it's also a financial incentive. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't want the financial incentive. Every team that's in this match outside of H and myself have been tag team champions, whether it was Heath and Rhino being Impact tag team champions prior to this, whether it was Motor City Machine Guns being the multi-time Impact World Tag Team champions they've been, or whether it was the major players being WWE tag team champions. They've held gold as tag teams. All of these teams, me and H have not. I'm not going back to sleeping on any kitchen floor. I'm going to the top floor to a penthouse suite, and where it's going to be just too sweet, and there's going to be a championship celebration.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
For only the Bullet Club, only the best. And you can catch that at the Fallout of Hard to Kill on January 14th, also at Center Stage in Atlanta, Georgia.
Beautiful. Now, speaking, by the way, I saw what you did there. You were talking about the top floor, which is your album that's out right now, right? Am I correct?
This is very correct.
Yeah.
Albums on all streaming platforms going up.
Now, this is what I'm saying. This guy right here is not only just a phenomenal wrestler. He's not just a member of the Bullet Club. He's not just a member of the Impact Wrestling roster. He's not just also wrestling in New Japan, Billy. This guy right here, Chris Bay, is a mogul. This guy's out there making music. Top Floor, like I said, was the name of the album. The single right now that's out that everyone's talking about is Best Version. Is this the best version, by the way, of Chris Bay that we're talking about now? The guy that's doing the music and wrestling. Is this the best version, or can we get even better?
You will get better day by day. So as we are speaking right now, this currently is the best version, but the version that you see that will show up to Hard to Kill will be better than this version, because I'm still a little bit of a ways out. I'm still about a week and a half out from Hard to Kill, a week and a couple days, whatever it is. So I still got some time to improve in this version. But yes, this currently is the best version, and that song is all about becoming the best version. I implore everybody to be their best version. I implore the other three teams in this match at Hard to Kill to bring their best and be their best version, because Ace and I would want nothing better than to beat the best version of Impact competition that we can find, so we can stamp our place at the top of the tech from New Japan, going all the way to the finals, and also beating the IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions who just retained their championships at Wrestle Kingdom. I'm talking about TJP and Akira. We beat them, which means we can beat champions, which means we have everything that we need to possess to become Impact World Tag Team Champions.
So I'm thinking in 2023, Ace Austin and, of course, Chris Bay, their blood type is going to be gold. That's what I'm thinking. That is what's going to happen, because if you go from Hard to Kill on the 13th of this month, and then you go over to New Japan and go get the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles, it's going to be nothing but the best. It's going to be beyond too sweet. If there's something beyond too sweet, it's going to be that right there.
There it is. Right there. We're going to bring home all the gold. Hell, we'll go to New Japan Strong and grab those titles, too. We'll take those off the Motor City Machine Guns while we're at it. We'll take all the gold.
Damn right. They're going to be the belt collectors again. That's what's going to go on. A lot of questions that are running amok and out there in the ether where people are asking, I heard another rumor. This is another story and another thing, so I just want to bring it up. I want to ask you if this is also a true story. Did Kofi Kingston dye his dreads because you had it first?
So, basically, I'll give you the version. I think he was thinking of dyeing his hair already blonde, but I had already done it. I had done it for it was done for some little bit of a time. And when I saw him, when we saw each other again, because me and him had met before, we've crossed paths, we knew of each other. So once we saw each other again, while I had the blonde hair, in his mind that it would look good on him because somehow we were double gangers or something around each other. And he decided that it was going to be a great idea. But he went into detail about it on the New Day podcast. You can definitely check that out. Shout out to Kofi. He's very inspirational and he was very influential for me growing up. So it's cool to now be able to kind of inspire him a little bit.
There you go. You make sure that he's looking good because you look good first. The reason why I ask is because when you started, because I remember you all the way back when you were working on the Future Stars of Wrestling out there in Vegas. I remember you on the cards out there, and I was always wondering. I would always ask, why did no one scoop this guy up? Because automatically, even at the infancy stage of your career, you were a phenomenal talent to begin with. I'm so glad that Impact Wrestling scooped you up back in the day because you had to create your career, and your career and everything else that we're seeing now could have been in any promotion. It took Impact Wrestling to pull the switch, so to speak, and get us the guy who's doing everything under the sun now and going to be the belt collector and getting everything else done. What brings you now, because now you're full circle. Now you're going out there, now you're wrestling at all these shows, now you're doing all this stuff. When you're doing the music, are you thinking about wrestling? And when you're doing the wrestling, are you thinking about music?
I think they both balance themselves out. Wrestling has been my passion for as long as I can remember. And music's the same way. Music runs in my family. My grandfather, Phil Flowers, was an entertainer. My brothers make music. My mother's a fantastic singer. So music has always run in my family. And I think both of them are great creative outlets for me. Competing in the ring gives me a surreal, something that I can't exactly describe. And then any emotions that I can describe, I'm able to then go put onto paper or into a studio, into a microphone, into a recording to make a audio song and file that I can then share with the world with the music. So they balance each other out, and they're both good for different reasons. And I'm thinking about everything at once, which can be a little bit complicated, but I've got a big head, and not just in the arrogant way. I've got a large cranium.
I got a big cranium.
And knock people out.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I got a big cranium.
I got a big cranium.
A lot of space.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked, because it seemed to be you're firing off on all cylinders. You're doing the music. You're doing the pro wrestling. You're over in 2 different time zones, for Christ's sake, doing this stuff, and you're getting it done. That's why I'm saying, to me, you would think you are, without question, like any other mortal man would be freaking, tired by all this. You seem to be firing on all cylinders and going full bore. Like you just worked out. You're getting ready for Impact Wrestling before, before we get to Hard to Kill. Everything is moving forward and getting crazy with what's going on with you. That's why I'm saying, to me, the smart money is on the Too Sweet side. It is on the Bullet Club at the 4-way elimination Impact Wrestling Tag Team title match. Motor City Machine Guns, major players, Heath and Rhino, Ace Austin and Chris Bay is going to be probably the match that steals the show, because you have, like you said before, you got 3 teams over on this side who's been there, done that. You guys are the hungry ones. You're the ones that want the titles more than anything, because to you, it's kind of validation for all the hard work that you've put in. Are you guys planning any crazy maneuvers? Or you guys have stuff that you're going to unleash at the pay-per-view that we haven't even seen yet?
I believe that we will, because we always have, and this is, a nudge to my tag team partner. We love you, Ace, and we're thinking about you right now. But we always have an ace up our sleeve.
Nice.
So it's inevitable that people will see some cool, innovative new offense from us. And we're going to have to. Like we said, those people have been there, done that. So that doesn't mean that they're any less dangerous than we are, but we have to bring that element to want to bring more danger. So to do that, we have to think outside the box and make sure that we have things that they can't see coming. Because, yes, we weren't on Impact for the past month or two, but while we were in Japan having matches every night and tag team competition that you can see or online, you can get that on the Impact Plus app as well. I'm sure that all these other 3 teams were watching as well, so they can go and study what the ABC was just doing over in Japan. So, yeah, maybe they'll know what we did in Japan, but they have no clue what we're going to do at Hard to Kill, Center Stage, Atlanta, Georgia. Friday the 13th, it's going to be just too sweet. And this is exactly the same building that Ace and I debuted as a tag team in. So this is the building that we will take the tag team championships at.
And then the next night, you're doing the tapings. Am I correct?
This is correct. So it'll probably be most likely a really big celebration of Ace Austin and Chris Bay capturing the Impact World Tag Team Championships and leading us into the future of Impact Wrestling. I like to say 2023 belongs to the ABC, and it's just too sweet. Center Stage, January 14th. Catch the fallout of Hard to Kill.
Damn right. And by the way, Hard to Kill is sold out. It is sold out. So unless you have an ass in a seat at the Center Stage Theater in Atlanta, you will not be seeing it unless you get it on pay-per-view or Fight.tv. If you want to see the match of all matches, by the way, this is headlined by Bully Ray versus friend of our show, the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, for the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight title match. All right? Which is beyond personal, beyond everything. So top to bottom, this card is stacked. And also on top of that, you also have who we're talking to right now, member of the Bullet Club, Chris Bay, who has vowed to be hungry and forget their manners, to be hungry and go after the gold in the 4-way elimination tag title match at the pay-per-view. It's Hard to Kill. It is Friday the 13th. Chris, thank you for being on the program, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You are welcome anytime you want to come to this program, sir. Absolutely. Okay, man?
And I look forward to coming back on the show real soon. I look forward to talking to you after Hard to Kill as I am a tag team champion.
Give me a too sweet on the way out, sir.
It's just too sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Chris Mother Bay.